Good morning, East Alabama and West Georgia. This is Kevin Moon from God's Country. It's time for your primetime forecast on Dr. Don's weather. Now, here's my friend, Dr. Don.
Howdy-ho, East Alabama and West Georgia. Welcome to your Sunday, July 31st, 2022. Coming up in this morning's edition of the Primetime Forecast, we'll tell you about the rained-out Vern Fest, whether or not we expect to see the same thing again today across East Alabama and West Georgia, and where we go next week as far as the heat is concerned. We got all the details for you coming up this morning from the Alpha Weather Center. Jamie Dukas, your local Alpha agent. Be sure and give Jamie a call first thing tomorrow morning, or you can click on that link at the top of this video to get that cost-free, no-obligation insurance quote. If we draw your name out of the hat, you're definitely going to win the Dr. Don Weather app. You're also going to pick up a car freshie from K&L Car Charms, and we have all kinds of great prizes we're going to be giving away on our very next drawing from Alpha Insurance Agent Jamie Dukas and Dr. Don's weather. So let's jump into your forecast. Don't forget to follow us over on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and click that little bell so that when we go live for severe weather, you'll be guaranteed to get that push weather notification. My goodness gracious, unfortunately, we had to call off the Vern Fest yesterday. Rained out. We thought we might make it yesterday. Now, we knew going into the forecast yesterday that we were going to have showers and thunderstorms, numerous showers and thunderstorms across East Alabama and West Georgia. And unfortunately, the worst-case scenario did develop. We had showers earlier in the day, and we were very hopeful that that would cool off the atmosphere enough to where the late afternoon thunderstorms wouldn't produce that much. But unfortunately, they did. Right at showtime, we had just a downpour there in Woodland, and it continued for several hours. Some locations right there around Woodland picking up 2.5, 3 inches of rain yesterday afternoon. And Little Texas had to make the decision. There was lightning in the area. It just wasn't safe. And so unfortunately, the plug was pulled on the Vern Fest, but it'll be back next year, and it'll be bigger and even better. So today we're expecting probably the same type of setup. The question here is exactly where does it happen? And then we've got several outflow boundaries that were produced yesterday because of all of that activity, and that's where we expect to see most of the activity today. I think the focus will be along the I-20 corridor, but it may be a little bit further north today. So I'm thinking probably Cleburne, Calhoun, Cherokee in Alabama will probably be under the gun for that very heavy rainfall. Now, you got a good bit of that yesterday, but maybe not as far south. Now, tomorrow, the frontal zone is going to kind of slip back to the south again. And then on Tuesday, it's going to still be here. So we've got decent chance of rain today, tomorrow, and again on Tuesday, with Tuesday being the best chance of showers and thunderstorms across East Alabama and West Georgia. Just as yesterday, we do not anticipate widespread severe weather across the region over the next 2 to 3 days, but occasionally we could have a thunderstorm get out of hand. So a strong to marginally severe storm anywhere across East Alabama or West Georgia this afternoon, tomorrow afternoon, or Tuesday afternoon cannot be ruled out. And we're looking at afternoon heating type thunderstorms that will continue on into mid-evening on each of the next 3 afternoons. And then we go back to just a scattered afternoon thunderstorm pattern for the remainder of the week. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Good rain chances really all the way through next week. What we're not looking at is tropical action. No new tropical cyclones are anticipated during the next 5 days out there in the Atlantic, Caribbean, or Gulf of Mexico. Still quiet as a mouse out in the tropics. Current conditions at the East Alabama Bee Company. Mr. Jeff Monroe. We currently have 70 degrees in 5 Points, Alabama. High temperature yesterday was 93. We have fair skies this morning. The wind is calm. Humidity level at 98%. The barometric pressure 30.18. Now, we only recorded about an eighth of an inch of rain at the East Alabama Bee Company. But again, across Clay, Tallapoosa, Talladega, Randolph, up into Cleburne and Calhoun, and then over into Carroll and portions of Hurd and Troop, we saw copious amounts of rain yesterday, ranging anywhere from a half inch up to about 3 inches of rain, depending on where you're located. I know that just to the east of downtown Woodland, we saw almost 4 inches of rain. And actually, our radar was telling us there, right along the Alabama-Georgia state line east of Woodland, we were looking at almost 5 inches of rain in those storms that moved through late yesterday afternoon. So localized, very heavy rainfall amounts from yesterday afternoon. I know Lake Wedowee is above full pool this morning, which is something you don't see very often. So a lot of rain yesterday, and we could see the same thing again today. Sunrise this morning was at 5:53. Sun sets this evening at 7:42 p.m. So we're expecting temperatures to make it up into the upper 80s, low 90s this afternoon. Really depends on how much cloud coverage we end up with. I think we're going to start today cloudy, then we go partly cloudy, mostly sunny by noon, and then clouds start to filter back in the heat of the day as those storms start to build. 91 is what we're expected to go to in Roanoke this afternoon. 90 in Ashland, Lineville, Wedowee. 88 up there in Ranburne. We'll hit 92 in Lafayette. Yeah, going to be hot down there in Tallahassee. How about that? 95 degrees this afternoon. Here's your 6-day forecast from the Alpha Weather Center. Jamie Dukas, your local Alpha agent. So we'll give you a 40% chance of showers this afternoon. They're going to happen. The $64 million question is exactly where. We think the concentration today will be a little bit further to the north than what we saw yesterday. So we're going to drop your rain chances to about 40%. But that just as well could be right there at the same locations. We'll have to see how it develops. 91 will be your high. We'll go down to around 70 for your overnight low, and any showers that do develop this afternoon will continue through about 9 or 10 p.m. this evening. For Monday, a 40% chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms, 91. On Tuesday, that front will sink back to the south, so we'll give you about a 70% chance of rain Tuesday afternoon, and 88 will be the afternoon high. Wednesday, back to a 40% chance of rain. We'll do 50 on Thursday, and a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms out there on your Friday. Southern Union State Community College live Doppler HD radar showing you all quiet out there this morning. Maybe a few scattered, very light sprinkles up there in northwest Alabama, northeast Mississippi. And we could see a little fog, mist, overcast, drizzly skies there across East Alabama, and maybe a few spots in West Georgia as well. We're showing some echo returns over Clay County, though I don't have any ground truth confirmation of that. And then back over to the east of Lynette, and maybe a few sprinkles in the northern part of Troop County this morning. Again, nothing to be concerned about there. As we get into the heat of the afternoon, we may start to see more showers and thunderstorms develop later on this afternoon. Don't forget to follow us over on Twitter. It's at DSTREN1040. We broadcast all of our weather information on Twitter, just as we do on Facebook, YouTube, and at DrDonWX.com. Thank you, Mr. Jamie Dukas. Jamie did a fantastic job yesterday. As most of you know, we were supposed to take the Dr. Don Roadshow to Woodland for the 5th annual Vern Fest yesterday, but COVID found us about the middle of last week, and so obviously we had to change our plans, and at the last minute, Jamie agreed to help us out with live shots from Woodland during the Vern Fest, and Jamie just did a fantastic job. I kind of threw him in the hot seat with that, and he did a fantastic job yesterday, so we really do appreciate Jamie. Dana Barker was with us yesterday throughout the day, giving us a professional meteorological look at the weather situation, and Dana did a great job job. Also, thank you all the folks who watched us yesterday. Our views hit well over 6,000 yesterday, and we appreciate all of you folks who watch us. Make sure you like us on Facebook and go over there and follow us on YouTube. That helps us out. We also ask that you send us those Facebook stars. That helps support us, and that's probably the easiest and best thing you can do to support us here at Dr. Don's Weather, because we depend on your support and those fine folks you see scrolling on the screen, such as Mayor Donna McKay and the town of Wadley. We appreciate them supporting us here on Dr. Don's Weather, and Southern Union State Community College. I just can't say enough about those fine folks, Wadley, Opelika, and Valley. Hey, and if you own a business and would like to be a partner with us here on Dr. Don's Weather, because we are looking for a partner to bring you the Lake Wedowee forecast. Mr. Darren Finch of Finch Realty is coming off of the program. Today was the last day, so that slot is open. If you have a business up or around Lake Wedowee, you have interest up there, you can come on board with us and be the supporter for Lake Wedowee weather. So get in touch with me by sending me a message on Messenger, and we can have you started by the time we do our very next weather forecast. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Y'all enjoy your Sunday. I'll see you back in here tomorrow. Bye now.